Hallie, nice to see you.
Good morning, Samantha.
So, you mentioned a lady who had a leg injury, and this is how it kind of happened. What kind of other physical symptoms are you seeing, or people with certain conditions that you think that your sit-down exercises would really benefit from?
I haven't dealt with very many. So far, the health of my population has been blessedly good to date. Um, I had one lady who simply was not comfortable on the floor doing a little bit of core strengthening. We would lie on our backs with our knees up on a mat. And she was very unhappy with it. I don't
Right.
think it was a condition, but out of respect for, wanting to keep her moving in a way that's comfortable for her, because we know if you're not comfortable, you will never come back. We designed a chair workout so that
Mhm.
she could start doing the core exercises that we were doing would be more comfortably replicated. And then we'd go to the bar together and begin our plies. My other student had had minor leg surgery and was told not to bear any weight for a few days. Rather than miss a class or let her miss a class and just give up, I told her that I would figure out a little bit of warm up and bar that she could do, so at least get her weekly movement in. Because to be sedentary, if you only have class once a week, then you've just gone about a fortnight without moving at all, really.
That's brilliant. You told me something really interesting earlier, that your daughter, who works in the kind of rehabilitation kind of scenario, was actually talking to you about working with stroke patients. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, and this goes a lot. Her theory is motion is lotion. Of course, that's her career, so that makes sense. But I've adopted that, and I remind my ladies all the time: move when you can. I was told by her that the best thing to do for someone who suffered a stroke is to get them up as quickly as possible, as soon as possible, and preferably moving. And if they can't at all move themselves, you manipulate their bodies for them, because beginning movement will help start creating any neural pathways that have been compromised. Um,
Okay.
it's good for the mind and the body. It's good for the healing process. And if it's good for all of that, then it's good for us as well.
That's just so well expressed. Thank you so much for that. You mentioned to me, and I think I'd read it also, that you've had some very good training for well-being and techniques where the teachers have been encouraged to differentiate in the class and, not see everybody as the same. Is this with the RAD Silver Swans training, the licensee training, or was it sort of extra well-being courses that you did?
It was absolutely the RAD Silver Swans training. I had a
Okay.
wonderful teacher, Irma Becker, who's from Florida, but she came up to New York, and I took her training in New Jersey. She had various of the group do different assignments on the fly that we would then show each other. And she had one group design some bar exercises while the dancer would be seated in a chair. She reminded us that people have different abilities, and everybody benefits from the moving, the social life, the artistry, the music, and that we should endeavor as teachers, it's our responsibility to find a way to include. So we got to the point where a bit of class was designed with some people standing behind the chair and a dancer in the chair, upright. It was lovely. And the standing dancer might have her arm on the chair. It was almost like partnering. It was a lovely way to
Yeah.
keep people involved with each other and participating as peers. There was not a better part of the class or worse. Everybody was engaged in all the same things. It's just some people were sitting during it.
Is it going to go further?
Yeah, I think what I've done so far, what came quickly was about 4 minutes worth of getting in a chair and practicing. I think if I could extend it to 10, possibly 15 minutes at the most, I think that would be a kind of a good day's work for a dancer it might be a day off, or it might be something that gets you through a time when you're recovering from something.
Yeah.
Um, it could be an end unto itself, depending on where on your trajectory you are in life.
Exactly.
But I definitely, I will do it with the advice of my personal physical therapist, a child who I call my own. So I will use her good advice because she used to dance and has a good idea of what I'm after. But I would like it to be music based because I think
Oh,
that's so
yes.
important. So important. So yeah, I don't think it would ever be a full Pilates workout. That's not the goal because we're trying to dance. So I will always make it a dance based.
You know, Hallie, we were just in synchronization with the idea that ballet is an art, and we, you know, there's so much of this fitness sports stuff is ballet and art, is ballet and sports, and I think we all have our own interpretation of that. But it was nice to know that we both felt that the dance side of ballet and the artistry should never be lost.
Absolutely. I am really unwilling to look at ballet as gymnastics or as a sport.
Thank you so much, Hallie, and I'm sure everybody will be really blessed by what you say. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Samantha. See you again soon.